So I was thinking this morning that there are things that I'm really, really going after and really, really trying my best to go after. So this morning, or usually in the morning when my alarm goes off at 4:30 and I get up in the morning, I will put on like a motivational video. I've been just on Les Brown for the past few years, and so I usually just listen to him, or Tyler Perry has good motivational talks as well as Oprah. But I usually just put one of them on. Lately, it has been Les Brown or Tyler. But for some reason this morning, as I was scrolling through the YouTube recommendations, this video popped up, and I can't remember the girl's name. I think it was Alexis, but I cannot remember her full name. But she was talking about how she changed her life in a matter of like 2 or 3 years to live in the life that she lives now and the life that she desired. And she was just talking about how she came from sleeping on her mom's living room floor on a mattress because she had to move back in with her mother, and just how she was at a place in her life where things were difficult for her, and she was just trying to really figure out what she wanted to do because she was working this full-time job in corporate America, and she was commuting on the bus over an hour, and she was just like exhausted and hated her job. And so I thought about that. I actually listened to her video and really considered what she was saying, because I think especially during this time right now, which this is a season of the great resignation, where people are resigning from their jobs, and it's mostly millennials or Gen Z, Gen X, whatever generation that is after the millennials. A lot of them are leaving their jobs and just saying, I can't do it anymore. Like, I'm overwhelmed, I'm frustrated, and this is not what I'm passionate about. And so I really thought about that, because I've really been in a position where I felt the same, where I'm working a job where I'm not passionate about, where I'm overwhelmed, where I'm stressed, I'm overworked, I'm underpaid. And it's frustrating because you feel like you can't 100% survive in the world that was created for you to survive, right? We're supposed to be able to live well and to really adjust in life and do the things that we're passionate about. At least in my head, we are supposed to do that and die empty, pour everything out of you that you have and die empty. But the way that this world and the systems that are set up in this world are, it kind of eliminates that goal for a lot of people. And so I was listening to Alexis' video this morning on YouTube, and she was just talking about the plans and the goals that she had made for herself, and how she really positioned, um, herself to do better, of how she made conscious decisions and how she began to just look at her life overall. And that's kind of where I'm at. As she was saying, looking at your life overall, looking at your friendships, looking at your job, looking at where your unhappiness is coming from, because nobody should be able to give happiness to you. You need to get it for yourself. Be happy within yourself, and I think a lot of us just aren't there. And then also really working on your mental health, working on your goals, and just really dedicating. Like, if you can dedicate a full year, 9 months to a year, to that specific goal that you have, give it all you got, you never know what outcome you'll have in the end. And so I was applying some of her conversation to my own situation, and I was thinking, like, check, sometimes when you are this creative person and you have these goals and these dreams and these desires to do certain things, sometimes it can feel that you are in a prison, that you are, like, I don't want to say forced, because no one's holding a gun to your head, so you're not forced to do anything. But in a way, society does force you to um, work in jobs, just to pay the bills and the rent, the mortgage, and to get the basic things that you need, but they don't promote living a life that you desire, doing the things that you want. As a matter of fact, society will make it even harder for you to be able to do that because it's just not set up that way. So, in saying all of that, I just really come to the notion that the little things that I'm doing, as Alexa was saying, when you do things behind the scenes, people don't understand, and they say you're doing too much, and why are you exhausting yourself, and why are you doing all this, and is it even worth it? Like, people will say that to you. She said people said it to her, and people have said that to me, or kind of looked at me like, what are you doing, girl? And the things that I'm doing now, just with working on rebranding and rebuilding my company, it's a lot of work, and I am really focused on building that. But my time in building that is really um, after my 9 to 5, because my 9 to 5 is what pays the bills for now, or after I've done my homework, because grad school is just a small portion of my life, and when this year is over, I'll be done with grad school. Things like that are really um, taking into account the people around you, and what is that conversation like, even if no one's verbally saying it to you. How are people treating you while you are transitioning and doing the things that you really want? And so this is what I say. I'm working hard, and I am doing the things that I desire, and I'm going after a whole lot in my life. But um, with that comes me figuring out what changes I need to make, like what additional changes. I've been through the whole friendship thing, and I had to get a few people out of my life. Not to say that I wasn't ever wrong in any of those situations, but after you acknowledge that you're wrong or agreed or whatever, and you're still getting treated a certain way or disrespected a certain way by these same friends, then it's time to let them go. And so I've let go a few friendships in my life because I have bigger goals. But what I think that I want to do is I want to map out what that looks like for me overall, and the changes I need to make overall in my life. For example, I need to declutter, and I've been saying that I need to declutter for the past um 5 years, like 3, 4, 5 years. Oh, I'm gonna declutter. I'm gonna go through my closets. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna, whatever. But at the end of the day, you really, you can't. At the end of the day, you have to really, um, well, what I'm saying is you can't keep saying that. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, you really have to put in a plan of action of getting it done. So I think starting with me is really decluttering my home, because it's a mess. Decluttering those closets, really putting things into perspective for me, so that I have a right, like I feel like I have a right to move on to the next thing in my life. And I don't know why it's so hard, but this is what I have to do. But I'm working hard. I'm going after things and dreams in my life. And I know eventually it's going to happen for me. Eventually, it is going to work out in my favor, and I'm just so, so, so grateful for it. But that's my motivation to you guys, that if you have a dream or you have a goal or you have certain intentions in your life that you want to accomplish and do, whether it's decluttering your home, whether it's decluttering your friendships, going after your dreams and your goals in life to really help make things happen, then I say go for it. Go for it. Yes, it's going to take some time, and it's going to really make you feel overwhelmed sometimes, but you got to do it one step at a time. And so that's my motivational tidbit for you guys. I am checking out, and I'm heading into my 9 to 5 right now as we speak. You guys have a wonderful day. Subscribe to my channel, comment, like, share, and I will see you on the next motivational tidbit video. Bye for now.